Okay, not sure how long my phone will hold out here, but we're going to jump into Galatians 2. Galatians 1, Paul is talking about his past life, that he was a persecutor of the church, and we get into chapter 2. He has spent a lot of time with Jesus, just being trained by him. Verse 2 of chapter 2, and I went up by revelation and laid before them that good news which I proclaim among the nations, but separately to those who were esteemed, lest somehow I run or had run in vain. What he's saying is he went to the Jews as well as the Gentiles. He didn't want to just reject the Jews. Christ came through them and wanted a chance for his brothers, and he talks about in Revelation this incredible passion that he has for his people to come to Christ. So he went to them, verse 3, but not even Titus, who was with me, though a Greek, was compelled to be circumcised. Okay, so he goes to the Jews, and their thing is, you're not circumcised. If you're not circumcised, you're not a Jew. Their lifestyle, their belief, it's all the same, which it should be for us. But circumcision was big. And he's going to get into that. Verse 4, but as for the false brothers sneakingly brought in, who sneaked in to spy out our freedom, which we have in Messiah Yahweh, in order to enslave us, to these we did not yield in subjection, not even for an hour, so that the truth of the good news remains with you. He's not buying into it. He's not going to let it shake him. Verse 6, but for those who were esteemed to be what they were, it makes no difference to me. Elohim shows no partiality, for those who were esteemed contributed not to me. Jesus is the one who did the work, so I owe them nothing. You owe no man anything. Go after Jesus. Verse 7, but on the contrary, when they saw that the good news to the uncircumcised had been entrusted to me, even as Peter to the circumcised, for he who worked in Peter to make him an emissary to the circumcised also worked in me for the nations. So then he talks about a situation where he was with people, he was with Peter, and then some Jews came into the room, and Peter walked away from the Gentiles to be with the Jews and kind of shunned the other ones, and Paul let him have it in public, saying, what are you doing? I'm trying to skip over a big section there where it talks about that situation. So let me start in 16. Galatians 2:16. Knowing that a man is not declared right by works of Torah, works of the law, but through belief in Yahweh Messiah, even we have believed in Messiah Yahweh, in order to be declared right by the belief in Messiah, not the works, not the law, and not by works of the Torah, because by works of Torah no flesh shall be declared right. We're not jumping through hoops. We're not just being religious to be religious. And if, verse 17, while seeking to be declared right by Messiah, we ourselves also are found sinners, is Messiah then a servant of sin? No. For if I rebuild what I once overthrew, I establish myself a transgressor. If I go back to that, that's on me. Verse 19, for through Torah I died to Torah, in order to live to Elohim. the law is pointing us to Jesus. The way that I know that I'm not right is through the law. The way that I know that I need a Savior is through the law. What the law told me to do to take care of my sin until the Savior came, that pointed me to Jesus. So, through the Torah, I died to the Torah in order to live to Elohim. I have been impaled or crucified with Messiah, and I no longer live, but Messiah lives in me. And that which I now live in the flesh, I live by belief, or by faith, in the Son of Elohim, who loved me and gave himself for me. I do not set aside the favor of God, for if righteousness is through Torah, then Messiah died for naught, or died in vain. That's chapter 2. I feel worked up as I read this chapter, and I can just imagine Paul. He's saying, I was a major persecutor of the church. I was killing them. I was not just persuading them to do things my way. I was killing them. You guys can't give in to the pressure that this is how you're supposed to live your life. You owe nothing to any man. It is all about Jesus. If it's about the law and the works and the hoops that you're going to jump through, then you're saying Christ died in vain. What's the point? And I think there's a lot of believers, a lot of Christians that are jumping through a lot of hoops, and we've been trained that way, not just in Christianity, but in our lives. We do things in order to get things, get favor, and that's not how God set it up. So to release yourself is a big deal. It's not easy. But at the same time, if you will set yourself free from jumping through these hoops, and when the pressure comes and people are putting on it, to just go, Jesus is my Savior. There is nothing I could say or do to earn my freedom, my salvation. Turn your heart to just be in awe of Jesus and what he did. He is amazing. I know this was a really quick video, quick chapter, but it's huge. You owe nothing to any man. Go after Jesus with everything you've got. Have a great day. We'll see you guys later.